only media that have been consistent speaking against bad government and for the purpose for reformers. Niger what yo. No more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. The only media that have been speaking. No more bad government. The voice of the voiceless. No more bad government. No more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. For the poor. No more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. Niger what media? No more bad government. No more bad government. No more bad government. In Nigeria. No more bad government. No more bad government. No more bad government. The only media. No more bad government. The number one media in Nigeria. No more bad government. That have been speaking against government. No more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. Niger what you? The voice of the voiceless. The voice of the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Niger what? Voice for the voiceless. Niger watch media. The only media that have been speaking against bad government. Being consistency since 1944. Voice for the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Umuwame. Voice for the voiceless. Umuwame. Voice for the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless.
Yusuf, to have a look at whether women have done enough to seize the moment when provided, and if there's a need to begin to talk about new rules of gender engagement, even as Nigeria continues to fiddle with her nascent democracy. Good morning, and great to have you on the morning show today.
Morning, ladies. It's great to be, and I'm glad this is all women. Sorry, Steve.
Right?
Yes. Great to see. And you are the hero. You were the hero of yesterday. If I may just start with that, because your response, your retort to Senator Ireti Kingigbe, that it's about seats, and she tried to minimize what was clearly about the visibility of women for women at the assembly. That's why where they sit matters, because you've just talked about how there isn't enough women in our democracy, in our political landscape. We talk about this all the time. We talk about the UN Charter. We talk about how Nigeria signed on to it. And then the only 4 women that you have, we don't see them. So yes, it's not just a case of seats, it's about visibility. And it is rather unfortunate that we have a senator such as Senator Ireti Kingigbe. It's sad that she bears my name, actually, but that's a whole different story altogether. But it's sad that not only was she incoherent yesterday, but she doesn't understand the importance, the critical importance of being seen as a woman. So, which then takes you on to that whole thing where it's not every woman who should be where they are. She's forgotten that Senator Natasha, what has she had? What, 3, probably 12 years of trying, being abused, being maligned in Kogi, having the road to our constituency dug up by the former Governor Yahaya Bello. She's had threats to her life, yet this woman did not give up. She was determined, she was focused, she was undeterred, and she continued and continued. She persevered until she got there. It is sad that somebody like Senator Ireti Kingigbe, who clearly only just got there like that, doesn't appreciate the struggle of her colleague. But what's even worse, and this is on a personal level, is the infantilization. We do this in Nigeria. We call, they'll call the leaders, he's the father of the nation. Akpabio is the father. Well, no, I know who my father is. I'm sure you know who your father is. The president is my president. He is not my father. The president is responsible for the nation. He is not the father of the nation. That is how we constantly, project the powers that we have as citizens onto leaders who are working for us. But sadly, Senator Ireti again was so unintelligent yesterday that she kept referring and infantilizing Senator Natasha as my daughter. She's my daughter. No, she is not. She's your colleague. You are both senators, albeit, yes, you're older than her. And yes, we do have a culture. We have a culture that's in any part of the world. And it's not just Nigeria. You respect your elders. I worked with people, I have managed people who could be my grandfather, right? But they would never did refer to me in an office or in a meeting as their daughter. That would be insane.
I'd like to come in there just because of the points that you've made, and really just coming from the reactions that we've seen since that, the accusations were made by Natasha here on Senator Natasha here on Friday. Now, first off, we're seeing Senator Ireti Kingibe coming out and saying, it's about the seat. She could have just gone to her own seat. We're seeing the Senate President's wife coming out and saying, I know my husband. He's a good person. He would never sexually harass anybody. I'm always in the house. I know everything that is going on. And we also now have the side of persons who are saying that there have also been people who have falsely accused a man of sexual harassment only to find out that it didn't happen, but then the damage has already been done. How do we balance out, these kind of reactions, especially when it's a he said, she said situation without the proof that I guess if we take to the court of law that needs to be there? How do we manage these kind of sensitive situations when it comes to sexual harassment, especially in the workplace against women?
Okay, so the first thing you do is, whilst we can acknowledge that human beings lie, literally, human beings lie, that is a fact, it's part of the foibles of being mere human. That might be a fact, but it is a tiny percentage that lie about rape, that lie about sexual harassment. Why? Because one of the hardest things to do is to come out as a woman and point to a man and say, you are the person that abused me.
First and foremost, for a matter of that nature, how was he laid? He held my hand, my husband was there, yes, and this was what he said to me. Aside that, certainly there might be text messages, SMSs, WhatsApp conversations, all of that. These are evidence of, that you can allude to, that you can draw inferences from. That for this kind of conversation, certainly there must be something. If it is just, I held your hand and my husband was there, and my husband now said, my husband asked me and I said, no, nothing happened. In such cases, it becomes your word against his. And then the court will now have to weigh in on the basis of probability. Who's probably speaking the truth. And then on some of the cases I have handled, even rape.
You really think that a sexual harassment case in this matter can go to court?
That's what I'm telling.
That hasn't been said at all.
He's making reference to sexual harassment cases.
Cases general.
I get that point, but I'm saying, drilling down, do you really see these going to court?
That's what I'm telling you. If there is evidence beyond he held my hand, certainly you will go to court. But if there's no evidence beyond that he held my hand and he told me this, then it becomes difficult for you to establish.
Those are the questions.
And so that is why at the beginning, the moment it happened, and what you should have done is, you talk about the letter from
Natasha's
his lawyer.
husband.
The husband and even the lawyer. The first thing would have been, you do a letter. Documentary evidence speaks for itself. Look, and so by today, we would have been talking about, yes, when this matter happened, this was the letter that was written. And because now the other side is saying, look, if all of these things happened, you enjoyed these privileges, even after you said you were being harassed, you went on international parliamentary conference with the same man, and you people were taking selfie, and all of those things. Does this, so you create doubts in your stories. And that's why in some cases, rape, Rape also, you find the victims because of stigmatization. Some of the victims are not ready to talk. But there are some cases, after listening to the story, I tell you, look, you have a strong story here. We can hear this matter in chambers. And so it is not a question of we go to social media, we bamboozle the social media, then you leave out the meat of it.
We've run out of time, but very quickly, in about 48 hours since this accusation was made, it was made on Friday. Should we be expecting to hear anything from the Senate President? Does he owe us a statement? We've heard from the two spouses, we've heard from Natasha herself, but we've not heard anything from the Senate President that has been accused.
Do you know why the Senate President will not make statements?
Okay.
Because if in law we say there are what we call no case submission. If you levy allegation and then your lawyers review the allegation and say, look, these allegations, they are allegations, there is no direct link to you. There's no need for you to respond. But if there is a direct link and it's been established, at that point, even the court will call you, no, this is no case submission, I overrule you, come enter a defense. Right. So the question I will now ask, the question is there any proof, any hardcore evidence that all of us can now look into and say, look, Mr. Senate President, we need you to come and defend yourself. That's what I am saying, that the lawyers need to, that's what they should have done first.
All right.
But in the absence of that...
I think that's what, essentially, that's what Senator Saraki is saying.
Yes,
you know,
exactly.
that, maybe you might need to step aside for a while and let the ethics
That's
committee
politics of
look at it.
2027.
But there will be politics. There will be politics.
For Akpabio's wife, her $250 billion defamation suit, you are saying it's going nowhere at this point.
You say, okay, it's your family name.
Yeah.
There is an allegation.
Yes.
There's an allegation. Somebody's alleging. You can't say. And she has gone. That's why I think also she needs to go to court on this matter.
All right.
And then if there is evidence, you present the evidence. Otherwise, if you just leave it in the realm of allegation,
right.
the woman can say you've dragged my family name. And so for that, and since you failed to go to court for that, I need damages.
Well, all these lawyers are engaged, isn't it? Liberals Oshoma, we want to thank you for joining us on the morning show today.
All right, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you. Thanks for your time with us. Yes, we don't come again. Today is Sunday, 2nd March 2025. The month doesn't run again. Today is 2nd. Yesterday was 1st. Tomorrow is 3rd. And 3rd is already around the corner. That's really big. Madam, if you're listening to me right now, you are getting old. We all are getting old. You have the opportunity. You can breathe today. You can see, you can hear. Opportunity for you to do the right thing. Stand for what is right and do what is right at all times. Even though you don't have anybody standing with you, you don't have any friends, just by doing the right thing, always do the right thing. Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate you all. This Natasha issue is still going on, but before I will take that, I would like to quickly acknowledge some of you who don't have showcased everybody already on the comment section. Mother of all, Mommy Diaspora, good evening to you, Mommy. Thank you very much for all that you do. I appreciate you always. Thank you very much, Emmanuel Schultz. Thank you so much. God bless you. Mr. Johnson Emmanuel, thank you very much, sir. I love Maduka, thank you, Lord. Osabavo Konrai, thank you, my good people. I appreciate you all right there. Robinson, I can see you, Peter Ife. Now God will bless you now. And my only super chat for today coming from Peter Ife. Peter Ife, thank you very much for the super chat. God bless you. I'm very, very grateful. My pocket never run dry. Thank you, everyone right there. Ajio Deborah, I can see you in the building. Scholastical in the building today. It's good to have you on the show. Good evening to you, Tony and Tom. I can see you. Regina Lebia, I can see you in the building. Patience again with us today. James Mine, I can see you. We missed you for the past couple of days. Saga Daddy in the building. Thank you, my good people. God bless you all. Dewale James Babayale, Mercy Foster, Peggy Mondi. I want to be Ferdinand. Thank you very much, sir. Good evening to you. And many others. That I guess I've showcased already. There is audio just coming in. Thank you very much. God bless you. All right. Natasha case today go. I know why I not agree rest for this matter. We cannot take it based on, it not concern me, or I be man, or not be me happen to directly, or any of my relatives. The reason why I'm taking this matter very, very seriously, because I know almost every sector in Nigeria, this is happening. Almost. I'm a film producer. I produce movies. And I know what happened in the movie industry. How directors and executive producers take advantage of girls. Although on that area, most girls actually throw themselves at directors and producers just for them to be on the screen. All these things needs to be addressed. I remember when I was growing up, my parents have always let me know that I should never combine business and pleasure, this area pleasure together. I'm very, very strict when it comes to this discussion. Yes. In fact, there's something I will say right now on air. Personally, because men are passing through it as well. Men are passing through this as well, not just women. My cook tried to seduce me in my own house. I sacked her. 3, not 1. What, the first one, the second one, the third one. And I have to say, who could they cook for me now? I got advice from my parents, okay, maybe elderly woman or maybe a man. Me, I don't want a man to be cooking for me in my kitchen. It don't make sense. Say man, the kitchen. That one is even more irritating. I tell you now, waiting they happen now, desperation, especially in Nigeria, what is happening. Then it did it end there. My cleaner, where they call me Sasa, I have the proof here on my phone. Sasa. One day she sent me a message by saying, hello, dear. I look the message like this. I look am. Because okay, I will let this go. But I don't reply. I don't do anything. Because listen, in the Bible, I might not quote it properly, resist the temptation, right? Or flee from it. Resist what? Can somebody help me out with the verse there so that I can say it properly? When you notice it, you can resist it. It happens. We don't see many men who don't impregnate their house help now. I will never hear them. I think that in Nollywood did happen. Because you could not control yourself. So this thing, now both ways, both genders, especially in Nigeria, are doing it to each others. Desperate girls in Nigeria throw themselves at men, married men, just to get that job or where they want to be. Why most men take advantage of vulnerable women that are looking for a job or looking for stability just to harass them sexually. It's happening. Now, the question is, how do we stop this? Because it not be like waiting, we go stop, waiting, go fit stop. Because some girls are happy about it. We met a girl in Lagos here. I and my team. Because she approached us, we're coming out from a supermarket and all that. She begged for money and all that. We'll not get to know that what she's doing. She said, might use PGT talk and that. She they sell herself. I bet, hold on, guys. I'm hot. I want to on the AC. Okay. So what happened? She came to us. If we can give her some money and all that, we now notice that what she was putting on her knees, blah, blah, blah. She was transparent enough to tell us her job. Say, now she dey sell her body for people, for this park. That is for the car park, for ShopRite. I was like, wow. I and my team, we go come buy many food, drinks, everything. They carry go set. I can't collect her number. Can't say she can't see us the next day. She can't see us. I question her everything. I want to do video. She says she don't want it. Wait till they tell us so now the reality of what is going on in Nigeria. She said she don't sell her body now for the past 5 years. That she came from Akpabio and all that. So why you they do this one now? She want to look after this, she want to do this. Okay, if you get opportunity now, what do you go do to stop this? She can't tell us if she want to open if she have a small man's supermarket, that she'll be happy with that. At that time, we now put everything together. The total amount to make this happen was 600,000 naira. To rent a shop was about 150,000 naira. Guess what, guys? We raised this money for this girl. Not from my media. Let me say me. Like might just say me. Say we put this money together, but decision within me and my team. Then I went to the UK. I came from UK. Then we went to watch football somewhere in VI. Remember the location where I see this girl. She know they again. We go watch football. For what we go watch football, it get where they say things there. One popular place. I don't want to talk this area for private security reasons. We see this same girl there. They sell a body for them. Immediately she see me. She want hide. We have to quickly chase her because I put money for this matter. To cut everything short, asking her again, why did you return back to this thing? He say yes. Now so the business comes flood, everything can be as it get. She not see money to look after herself. The money for the business, she was now using it to do this and do that. Her story was totally rubbish. Do you know why I'm saying this thing is this? Some people enjoy doing these satanic engagements. Then I also saw somebody that I know who complained on air, who helped a woman with 2 children. This woman always sleeping on under the bridge and all that. He go rent house for him, everything. Not be me do this one and another person. No. Remove the woman and the 2 baby come on for street. A month or 2-3 months later, the woman went back to the street with 2 baby. She go to rent the 2 children to the sleep on that bridge. So, man, my question now is that how do we stop these things? Is it the government's responsibility? What about those that their mentality is already being captured? It's just like somebody that have the most comfortable lifestyle. It's still a steal. He still steal people's credit card online and all that to enrich himself. It happens. Then they see wife when they comfortable 100%, still they cheat on her husband. Then they see husband that is comfortable 100% cheating on his wife. He happy. These things happen. But this particular area where men are sexualizing women, women are also doing it to men. Me, my cleaner and my cook 3 times. I 3 cooks. 1, 2, 3. Me now, I'm not a big cook. I want to do my life now. I want to consider I can do my life now. These things are everywhere. So it's a big problem in Nigeria. Natasha Akpabio she's just said, I don't know, because Mandarita said something yesterday, which I agree 100%. She don't have any trace of corruption to her name. That's why she could come out to speak on this kind of sensitive matter on air. Do you know that once you engage in criminality, corruption, there are some things you can never till you die talk about anymore on air or off air? You cannot. Just be like me now. Come invite me go one platform. Come they say actually, me won't know say not. I'm not a stammerer. Automatically, I come they say you know something. The envelope don't pass one corner. Envelope. Once they don't put envelope out, they'll call the stammer. Natasha, as of today, I'm a huge supporter of this woman, even though I don't feel be a supporter before. Not be today. Now, when she disgraced my former governor at Edo State, Governor Obaseki, that time do federal road for us for Edo State. Now I take become close to this woman. I don't know what to do to stop all this. That's why I put out the question. Maybe 1 or 2 contributions today, tomorrow, anytime will help us to help everybody. Thank you very much, my people. I appreciate every one of you. But meanwhile, the woman that I played earlier on this afternoon, that same woman that I recapitulated on earlier on this particular broadcast, saying that Senate is supposed to be for elderly people, people that have retired, satanic people that are already old. Senate, now they're supposed to be Senate, not be small children like Natasha. That mama, I want Michelle to come watch this video. May see the Prime Minister of Grenada, the President of Grenada. Me and Ivu senior ram. Now only our country, they say we could worship our ancestors. They say we can't get there.
Here we are, working with the Prime Minister as if he's my friend, man.
Yep.
You don't have an army in this country.
That's correct.
And you're walking just like that?
Just like that, no army.
Your people love you.
Well, you gotta serve the people. Hopefully, if you do that, then they love you.
This is absolutely crazy and unbelievable, man. I mean, as a content creator from the continent of Africa, I've never seen our leaders being free like this. I mean, this is not campaign season where, I mean, our leaders go from door to door just to say hello to their people. No, this is not campaign season. He's literally in power and he just moving around saying hello to his people, making sure he knocks door to door. Can you believe it? Like, I have never seen anything like this before. I am super shocked. Bro, I feel like you are redefining leadership. You don't think so?
I mean, I don't think about it. I think for me, it's about service. It's about making sure that we demystify service, because to be a politician, you essentially have to serve. We want to encourage Grenadians to be comfortable and confident that it's okay to actually get involved in politics. Whether it's at the leadership national level, at the local community level, at the parish level, at the constituency level. Because that's the only way you're going to build your country. It's not going to be by some robot. AI might help. But the bottom line is you have to have people who care about the country and who are prepared to make some sacrifice for the greater good. Almost every African country is 10 times larger than Grenada. And when you have large countries, obviously you're going to have some of this. So I think what has to happen is in larger countries, especially in developing countries, leaders have to find ways to make sure that even if they may not be accessible on a personal basis like this, that is genuine opportunity for them to hear from the citizens and be responsive to the needs of the citizens. So whether you're a governor, whether you're a mayor, whether you're president or a prime minister or minister, I think that's critical, because at the end of the day, you know, your children, your grandchildren are going to be living in the country. So to me, if you get involved in service, you should at least have the intent of saying, I want to make this better for my children and grandchildren who are coming after me and for my friends' children and grandchildren.
And that is why I'm here to share this moment with you all. And I want you all to do me a favor, like this video. I mean, I just want to put Grenada on the map just because of this.
Hello. I'm very good. How are you?
Very well.
Good to see you. I'm not sure if you remember me. I came here once with Hyacinth. Yes, absolutely. It was a Saturday morning. You guys were out.
We were.
Good to see you guys. How are you doing?
I wish leaders on the continent can be this open-minded to embrace their people, because you are there to serve the people. Literally, that's what he's doing.
You should engage with your people, not just at the election time. You know, because a lot of times you find that the ideas. That's why I'm doing this. So you see me here walking this community.
It's not because there's an election coming on.
There's no election. And
I guess that video will shock many of Unabi. Just imagine Tinubu, you're the knock from door to door, they greet all of us, they go. Maybe my dog will all knock now, ring now. I'll go there and Tinubu did that. Say, hey, Baba, where do Baba? Hey, Baba, don't come home. Will that ever happen? Nigeria, where a common councillor, if you want to talk to them, they block everywhere. They behave like Akpabio, stout. You cannot even dare disagree with a governor in a public space. You see bodyguard, when they don't remove camera for this, slap with or tear your ear. Slap. Somebody told me on this platform here that, man, when they talk to Obaseki like that, say Obaseki better pass me. I was like, wow. That is the mindset. Obaseki don't better for this life. You don't better for this life. You don't get any right to talk to her. I was like, whoa. But you can see now, other countries are moving on. All of them are doing well. Only Nigeria, they move backward. Only Nigeria. It's very sad. It's painful. No matter how we try to look at it, it's really painful. But meanwhile, I'd like us to move on. My presentation still continues. Now, not today on Sunday. Now, only one person join me. That would be good. But I really want to talk and do my presentation. Then I might probably just end the show. Maybe if I have one or two on the panel, that would be good. But meanwhile, let's quickly listen to this one concerning Peter Obi. Thank you very much, my people. Do your part, press on the like button, help us to share.
Production. And one of them is Peter Obi, whose advocacy for shifting the Nigeria's economy from consumption to production. Do you believe his policies would have yielded better economic results than President Bola Tinubu's current approach?
Well, I mean, it's hard to say because, he did, he talks a lot about production, but I didn't get any specifics. But I would say, look, my belief is that a lot of the ideas that were touted were not necessarily fresh, right? Of course, I'm biased in saying this, but it was just...
and why are you biased?
I'm biased because I and a few ecosystem leaders wrote the digital economy policy of the APC.
Oh.
So there was a plan there,
but
right?
You are not an APC member.
I'm not an APC member.
No, you are not a member of any political party.
I'm not a member of any political party.
Since you left Obi Ezekwesili.
Yes, that was the last campaign I was part of, Madam Obi Ezekwesili's 2019 campaign. So I've not been a member of a political party. Even before then, I mean, I wasn't really a member of the political party for that. But I did that because, ACP, and I did that because, my mentor was running for president and I wanted to be helpful to her. But my general point was there was a consultation process that allowed us to come up with a strategy. I and a group of people in tech community shared that strategy across all parties, and only the campaign of the president and the APC took it on, and to be fair, have actually implemented it.
They are?
They are.
But something that is doing that?
They are implementing it.
And we're on the right track.
I mean, there are challenges. It's too early to say if we're on the right track or on the wrong track, but I think in order of priorities, he has picked the right ones, right? Connectivity is very key. You see, in India, before India saw its own technology boom, right? India actually, an individual private person spent $2 billion, his name is Mukesh Ambani, on Jio, which became the internet connectivity backbone of India. And that investment has yielded hundreds of billions of dollars. It is astonishing that a state has managed to do that. Because normally this is the realm of private business. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I think he's on the right track. He's trying to create a lot of public connectivity infrastructure. He's leading the charge on talent. You understand what I'm saying? Boiling the ocean for talent, which would help a lot of more specialized programs to emerge. So I think he's doing the right things, and that's because that was what was in the plan. Do you understand what I'm saying? For a lot of the other politicians, I didn't see who was behind their digital policy. I'm not saying they should have adopted ours, but I wasn't sure they had given much thought to digital besides, platitudes and all that, right? And even when I met with some of them, right, during the campaigns, it wasn't clear to me that they cared as much about what digital could do for the country. I always felt like the current president was the most serious of the three when it came to understanding the power of digital and what technology could do for the country.
So you, in terms of that, you did not Peter Obi did not convince you enough about how practical.
Him and his team, I don't think, had practical ideas about the digital economy or even the expertise to run these things.
So the issue of production that he was advocating for.
Well, he's advocating manufacturing. We're never going to compete with China. I think it's very important for everybody to understand that we cannot be competitive in agriculture or manufacturing because we simply lack the infrastructure, period. And I think we should just stop barking up that tree. There's just no way that we're going to produce more than China produces. It will always be cheaper for us to buy from China than for us to produce it in Nigeria for many things.
So we should just focus on what matters.
Focus on making revenue, right? You're broke. Why bother about making spoons for yourself when you can go work, get a salary, and buy food and spoons? Let's generate FX. Then we can worry about production later.
And I look at it, what you did with Obi Ezekwesili.
Yes.
Would you do it again?
I think the honest
You were the
truth,
deputy director
yes,
of
I
the
was.
campaign.
I really was the de facto. I was just me and Trude. And there was somebody from the party who wasn't very useful. But and then there was a campaign council and people like Aisha Yusufu and all that were very helpful. But it was a great learning experience for me. But it also taught me something valuable about this country, which is that we all focus on politics, but all the ideas of all the politicians are exactly the same and they are mostly bad. I mean, she was slightly better than most others. I would say significantly better in her policy ideas. But the truth was those ideas would never have made it to mainstream, right? Because they were real, even with limited resources, I think we could have done a lot better.
So it does look like most of the campaign promises or ideas were copy and paste.
They're just copy and paste. They're just copy and paste.
Nothing
no
new.
Follow through. Nothing new. Nothing thought through. Nothing thought through. No ideology. Not even beyond ideology. Just there's no method to the madness. You understand what I'm saying? And because of this overt focus on politics, we will always miss it in policy. Because we pick presidents on the basis of how non-corrupt they seem. We pick presidents on the basis of how, fairly educated they are, how they talk, whether they stammer, everything else. But are they actually going to implement policies that will make our lives
Are
better?
the Nigerian people really ready for good policies?
I don't think they are. But that's a different conversation.
Because in the US, in Germany, people are elected based on ideologies. He says he will make America great again.
Yes.
And we want America to be great again. That policy works, and that's what we're going to ride on. And people go with those policies, even against their cultural differences.
Well, I think, look, politics is an emotional sport in any country. But I think there is a groundswell of an actual understanding of policy in these countries that drives the conversation on politics. But in Nigeria, it's the other way around. Politics drives conversations on policy. You can imagine, look at, during the elections, everybody parroted one policy line. We will remove subsidy. And then the president gets into office, removes the subsidy, and everybody starts screaming. Does that sound to you like...
Maybe it was a method by which he went about it.
I couldn't think of a method that would have worked because, to be honest, as of the time that he was making that announcement, it was actually against the law, and they've continued to violate those laws to pay subsidies.
So, I mean, if all of them are thought through it properly, they would have said,
this is how... They would have said, oh, look, by the time we remove subsidy, this is what will happen. And please, I need Nigerians to know that this is what will happen and this is how we're going to solve that problem.
Atiku Abubakar will say, they have said that this is the method and the way.
But they would not have been able to do that legally. The method and whatever he was talking about, they would not have been able to do it legally because as of June 1st, it was illegal for the government to pay subsidies.
So, I mean, did you have your finger burned by... And is it a case of I'm not going to go into politics again?
No. I just
think
politics does not require exceptional talent, and it doesn't. Most importantly, require you to think.
All right, guys. I'm done with my presentation in terms of this area, but I'm going to Edo State now. Now, know those of us that came from Edo State, Edo indigenes, now know the popular Iyama and the Kakudu Bensi, and what is it called? Royal Mambo Hotel and all that, where all this Olusho and all of them, they stand and all that. Them able to don't clear all of their command for them. I know we played a video similar a couple of days ago, but this time, we're going to see the way that they sweep all of them command for that area.
For popular EMR road will be said, the man whether they call Comrade Kelly Okubo, I don't dare yes this afternoon say this thing must stop. And I know I said a name now Edo State. For the past some days now, I don't turn out for this place with the men and some other bodies where the governments don't come this area, represent the governor and the government to say this matter. He put body all this while, and it's time today with the carry waka go on that area. We will not go measure now because of security issues and security reasons. When we come out here, now just make it let us know how far in don't go with the team and what to do happen for this place. Comrade, how you be today?
We did fine. Thank you very much, my brother.
What to do happen since?
So far so good. We don't try. By the grace of God, today make 1 week, 1 day here. And you know, say we promise that those people say it not be business as usual. Even when they feel say we not go fit, we let them know say this one a government of Senator Mondo Pevolo. Say if you talk something, we will do, and that's why we they talk less, plenty action. So as you can see, say I know they here alone, I dey here with my brothers and the sister agencies. I dey here with the SSA on surveillance. I dey here with my brother when they represent Edo State, and I dey here with the task force and waste management board with people when they charge of migrant and all that. So our hope is this: we want to rescue our youth because they are going through a lot. And by the grace of God, with the power of God Almighty, and with our governor, Senator Mondo Bebolo, we go sustain this work as long as this government is in existence for the first 4 years. When God don't forgive our governor, we go sustain this work for the first 4 years. So from here, we dey go other place this night, not be tomorrow. So that I'm gonna let them know, say, don't be only here, that be our focus on the whole of Edo State. Both the sex worker and the people when they sell yamayama drugs, they kill our children every day, and we're not there happy about them.
For the past 1 week, when I don't dey here since, and I never wonder to ask question. These people want to pursue, so where then they at them work out, they don't move, come up for this state, or they relocate to another area. I never ask this kind of question.
We don't ask, and we know we they do our investigation. That's why I tell you, say we get where we they go this night. Although some of them don't come on for Edo, we talk and say it don't go be business as usual. When you be say what you they do until they see money, and we can't they can't stop on what you go they do here. And 99% of these people when they sell drugs and the one when they do this sex worker, they are not from this state. So we don't go want make bad thing they happen for our state. It may interest you to know say you get one small pikin. When we arrest the first, they won't come. She's 14 years old. We see 2 bad drugs for her. They call one Colorado, the other one Lad. 14 years old, and she said she don't do 2 drugs for 2 years. So my brother, you see, to born pikin not easy. So for one person to come to spoil pikin for our hand, it's not good. That's why we see we go put down upon ourselves. You go know say this place, we don't pay a lot of sacrifice here. We dey start work 7 a.m. in the morning. We go close 12 a.m. the next day because we get shift. And by the grace of God, the people when they do this work, they be human being. And we know say, what will they do so? Not be only here we want to see the reward. The reward will come from God Almighty. That's why we they do it. Even when people they say whether we go sustain her. Bible even talk and he say even when others are say there's a casting down, we go say there's a lifting up. We as a Christian. That is why we tell them say, if you believe say we go tire now they go tire. We go do this thing as long as the government of Senator Mondo Pevolo say they on board.
Oh yeah, now the business where they this area, we don't discover ourselves for daytime, they only open, for evening time and the night time they only open. And because when they around they make the business, the shops not they open.
Who shop the business? All the business people they open, like the food seller, all the provision store. Anybody when they do business, when they legit, they go open. But those one when they do nyama business, now they lock. And you know say some of them that they accommodate all these people, and that is why I say any store or any office won't
go there. On this particular video, for me, I support what the Akpabio government, Edo State, and all of them what they're doing right now. I support them 100% because, like I said, if you are from Edo State, this area you will know say now no-go area for people where they carry job inside GROA for that matter, inside GROA. This will not be saying a local area, you know, inside GROA. Now all these things they happen. So I support this, cleansing that is currently going on right there. Well done to the Edo State government on that. I hope they can keep to it. You know, thank you very much, my people. I would like to quickly take my article here so that we can just start talking. You know, the article that I have here, the only article that I have here is the one concerning Natasha's husband. So I'd like to take that because it's part of my headline. Coming from Daily Trust. Sexual harassment, what I discussed with Akpabio, Natasha's husband, I talk this one. Emmanuel Rich Jolofmi Uduaga, husband of Senator Natasha Akpabio Uduaga, has weighed into the dispute between Senate President Godswill Akpabio and his wife. Yes, I would just like to go to his quote quickly. I personally met with the Senate President and respectfully urged him to extend the courtesy and respect my wife deserves, while also honoring the friendship between us. We reached an understanding and agreement and agreed to resolve the issue amicably. The statement reads, however, despite this agreement, my wife continues to express concerns about the harassment she has endured from the Senate President. I have unwavering faith in my wife, loyalty, and I'm fully committed to our marriage, which is grounded in love, compassion, and mutual respect. I would never trade her for anything, as she is the greatest joy of my life. Hey, God. I now respectfully urge the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and the Senate President to treat my beloved wife with the respect and dignity she truly deserves, while she relevant authorities and the court determine the underlying issues. Okay, all right. According to Witty, Natasha husband talks, so it looks like he's actually dragging his wife from the hand of Senate President. For him to say here, let me take that part where I would never trade her for anything, as she is the greatest joy of my life. So there are things that you and I still don't know, or we are not hearing yet. Don't be small thing. Anyway, my people, that's all I have for you guys. I just like us to move on. I don't know if anybody want to call into this show today. The number is open. I really want to finish on time. I know I spent time presenting, yes, but I don't want to spend time with our submission today. Please understand with us. In case you want to call in, this is the best time. Start calling in right away. I have the first caller already here with me. Oga Simon, thanks for calling in. Good evening to you. Please talk to us.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening, Oga Simon. Go ahead, sir. Thank you. Good evening to you.
My whole submission of the Natasha matter, I want you to go for the Nigeria with that one. So, I go for all this lecturer. Well, as we talked before, for all this Nollywood, everything, Nigeria could be very corrupt for all those kind of things. First, we just finish school for the country. Because if you be female, you can't look for work. Whether an office work or anywhere at all to get the work, that thing must attach to it. In the hard for the apple for Nigeria, just so, and just everywhere for the country. So that's for that. I got Nigeria watch. I think you don't see this one. Peter Obi person promote. And don't see article. The video I think you could bring and come outside.
Which one?
This one don't say Aisha yourself. Does conduct here.
So, I don't know what you talk, sir. You are talking readers. You all they cut everything short. Peter Obi person will come out. I start talking you. The person come out. What are you talking about? Okay, he come out. Go where? He's having a conversation with Atiku. It's not a news. He's having a conversation, and he don't. Is it confirmed here that he moved to Atiku to work with Atiku? So I know. I heard that he's having a conversation with Atiku. Until we get it, Nigeria Watch is different from other platform. You know, if I get the concrete information, I'll bring it in.
No, I don't know. Say Edo State. I don't know why.
Okay, no, I don't see him. I don't see him, sir.
People go with the work. People they go with Edo State. May they keep on doing their good job. Now, while I agree, I didn't follow up your. You just say when I don't call, but I didn't look. I'll get like 3 4 and then follow up. And they follow up for every night.
Thank you.
I know what, but I know just like to call. I used to see they go up.
I believe you. I believe you. Thank you. Thank you, my brother. Thank you, sir. Yeah, thank you so much. Okay, I guess someone else will call it in earlier on. Okay, Mother Deborah. Okay, Mother Deborah, it's good to have you on the show. Good evening to you, ma. Please talk to us.
Hello, good evening, Mr. Elvis.
Thank you, ma.
Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday to you,
good
too.
Evening to viewers and commenters all over the world. Just a quick one. I want to start first by commenting on the issue of the sexual harassment issue in Nigeria. I think what really made Senator Akpabio's own very pathetic is the fact that the woman is a married woman. Not only that, the husband of the woman is even a close friend to Senator Akpabio and his family. I mean, even if you want to do something like that, must it be with the wife of your friend? So it's so pathetic and it's so wrong in so many areas. And I know you said something at the initial stage of your presentation when you said these things happen on both ways. Yes. Some women do it voluntarily. They do it consensually. They want to offer themselves for monetary reason. But I think the one that is really a criminal offense is when you are harassing the person. You're forcing the person to do something that is against their will, like what Senator Akpabio is doing, or because you feel you are in a position of power over that person. That's when it's a criminal offense. But if it's something that maybe you're just trying to seduce someone, then it's up to that person to refuse. That one is something a bit, how will I say, it's consensual. I don't have a problem with that if both of them are adults. But where it is wrong is when one person is in a position of authority and he has power and want to exert that power to harass the other party. You know, that should be a criminal offense, and that should be something that should not be allowed.
All right.
Because I have had an experience like that, and I remember because I refused, the director was actually targeted me and was really punishing me for refusing. I had to quit the job. So in that situation, actions like that should be criminalized. But if people choose to voluntarily become sex workers, or they want to seduce someone, if it is consensual, then I think it's their own choice if that's what they want. So let me quickly say something about the one of Edo State. It's a good thing what they are doing, but at the same time, I think they should tackle the root cause of why these things are prevalent. You see, this whole drug issue and prostitution became more prevalent because of the economic situation of Nigeria. When you have a lot of young people not having opportunities, and now the drugs are very, very prevalent. I don't think they have any agency really controlling drugs in Nigeria. The agency is no longer effective. So people have access to buying these drugs. I mean, if the government really want to tackle this issue, then there should be drug law enforcement, monitoring how the sales of these drugs. So if they really want to do it the right way, I think they should tackle the root cause of this problem. That's the only situation. That's the only way that the issue can be combated. Then the quick one about the digital economic man that was talking about Peter Obi's economic solution. I think he was biased, and he said it from the beginning of the program. As long as you're biased, that means everything you're saying, you're not being honest about what you're saying. Because the fact is that Peter Obi actually stated how he intends to build up the Nigerian economy, and you don't expect him to say everything, to give out everything that he wants to do when he's not the president. So what that man is saying, I think he's just being biased, like he said with his own mouth. So I didn't really pay attention to what he's saying, and obviously whatever it is that he is saying that Tinubu is not working, because we are not seeing it. It's probably not working because the evidence is not there. So him coming out to say Peter Obi's own is not practicable, I think he's lying, because Peter Obi actually knows what he wants to do, and if he had been given the opportunity, probably he would have done it in a different way from the way Tinubu is doing it. And he said, oh, Tinubu took off a subsidy, but till today we don't even know where the subsidy money. There's no transparency. There's no accountability. We don't know what the money is used for. We don't know what Nigerians don't even know anything about what is going on with the subsidy. But I believe that Peter Obi would have been transparent about it. He would have come out to say, this is the money that we have gotten from the subsidy removal. This is what we are using it to do. So that is the difference. So that man, if he's listening in it, he should know that he's being biased. He's being dishonest in his assessment. And whatever thing that he has, formula that he has given to Tinubu, it's obvious that formula is not working.
Okay, thank you.
It's up to him to be honest about it and admit the fact that the present government economic plan is not working. They're not doing it the right way. So that's all I have to say. Thank you so much, Mr. Elvis.
Thank you, Mother Deborah. Thank you so much. It's obvious that guy is working for APC, so I'm not going to take his words serious.
Yeah, he's very, very dishonest. You know, he said it from the start that, he's biased because he was the one that wrote that Tinubu adopted his economic plan, and it's obvious that economic plan is not working.
Exactly.
So he's just trying to discredit Peter Obi's one because his own is not working. The one he brought is not working. So that's why he was being biased, saying, oh, everybody wants to remove subsidy. Yes, everybody wants, but how? That is the issue. How? Everybody can want to do something, but in a different way. So it's obvious that the way that Tinubu did his own did not work. And instead of taking responsibility, taking accountability, to say, okay, maybe the way they did it is not the right, or it didn't work, he's now trying to make it to generalize it, to say, oh, everybody would have done it the same way, which is not true. I believe strongly that Peter would have done it differently. Probably he would have been more transparent. He would have made sure that whatever money that came from that subsidy would have been utilized in a better way. So that's the difference. So that man is just a biased man that does not want to admit that whatever thing that he sold out to APC is a failure, but he's just trying to come and bring down Peter Obi's plan. You see, people don't admit when they are wrong, and that's the problem. When you do something wrong, admit that, okay, maybe it is wrong, but obviously they don't want to take accountability. That's why they come and start making excuses, instead of accepting the fact that their policy is not working,
Thank you.
Anyway, thank you so much, Mr. Elvis.
Thank you very much, Mother Deborah. God bless you, man. All right. I need to move on to the panel right now. But for that, I'd like to quickly appreciate Peggy Modi. Thank you very much, ma'am, for the super chat. I'm grateful. Happy New Month to you, Mr. Alvis, and may God's presence be with you always. Amen. Amen. And you too and your household in Jesus' name. Amen. Thank you very much. I'm grateful. All right, guys, help us to press on the like, help us to share, press on the dollar sign, encourage our work here if you can. Let me call on the next person to speak to us on the panel. The first person on the panel today is Ogashimize. Ogashimize, by my calendar, 78 years now, never hear from you. Where you did, sister? Good evening to you, sir.
Elvis, my brother, it is what it is.
I
Nigeria,
don't miss you, Taya.
my brother, I greet you. He's a man. Man will never say all what he see or all what he, is
That's
going
true.
through. It is what it is. So I greet you, Nigeria Watch. Well, you're trying. It's not easy being on this thing every day by day. Talking to Nigeria, and they don't want to listen. They don't want to hear. They don't want to know. I greet all the panelists. I greet Mama in Diaspora for being the backbone of this channel. Black Panther, Agbiragbiri, I see you. Mr. Dua, well done. And others that will see on their way coming. Yeah, man. Another word, there is something we always say, or some people always say here, or even around Nigeria. Nigeria is not worth dying for. And Nigeria is not worth fighting for. That is the reason why I say this. Because that first video I saw, I was so angry that when a woman cried out, and you will see some people, another women, form a group to start chanting, calling the woman, calling her sorts of name. See, Mrs. Tasha, or, she's not a baby. So are you telling me that what she's saying, she's wrong, or she's just formed those things to come out to blackmail Akpabio? No. This woman, see, for me, I believe her 100%. I believe her. Because she can never come out and start saying something like that. So some men are like that. They after married women. But I blame, you see why I say Nigeria doesn't worth fighting for. One, you see the people that you are fighting for, calling government to do good things to them. They came out, carry platform. Placard, I mean to say. Carry placard, protesting. What? And like you say, why are you, if you ask them, why are you protesting? They can't even say, this is the reason why I'm protesting. Some of them. But some know. But I say what I would tell them. For this, all of them, see, I will say this thing, them, the way I will say it, they will be raped, and their daughters will be raped. All of them that in that protest, because they are foolish people. This is how politicians uses Nigeria to rig election. That is the way we going to fight crime or fight something that says no, that this thing is not right? How are we going to fight it in Nigeria? No way. Because the people you are fighting for, they are fighting against you. They choose to fight against you. You're fighting for them. Like Miss Elvis, every day you this platform fighting for Nigeria. But things you see, things they do, does it encourage you? Sometimes you do it, say no, let me do it. Out of your willingness. You can do that stuff. There's so many things on social media, there's so many things you can do. But Nigeria, sometimes I say, is it these people how every day I will come out here and be, wasting my saliva? Come out to protest? No. Look at them. See, you see this protest they did now. This is the when they have planned everything. 2027. This is how it's gonna be. Anybody that coming, hey, do that 2027. I'm sorry for you guys. I will stand where Mr. Elvis stand. I won't follow and campaign. Unless if things change. We're not getting it. In fact, Nigeria is getting it wrong. Your fellow human being, your fellow woman, come out to cry. She cried out. Then you have that audacity to come out and protest against her. Shame on you. You see, she was complaining harassment. The one that will happen to you is raping your children and you too. All of you. Now, in Nigerian society is a very bad thing. Okay, let me give from an example. Why Arukeli is on jail today? Why Cosby is on jail today? Why all of them? Something that happened 30 years ago and they brought it out. Just how many years ago? They brought them out. So, oh, he raped me, hey, he touched me, he molested me, this, that, does that. He molests me. Only that. Akpabio not supposed to be on that seat. Why this thing is going on? Because we are in a country that doesn't work. That no, he can't even come out to say what he wants to say. If this thing happened in diaspora in America here or any place out of Nigeria, out of African continent, they will just, hey, you have to step down. Then go answer query. Go and answer this. Clear yourself first. But Nigeria, they would rather use your kind of, how would I put it? They would rather try to, bring so many things against you. They will just cover everything using money to cover it. But if the husband, I don't care if this man, Akpabio, is your friend, is your wife, you're going to protect. Leave friend aside. You have to come out, not only in that article. You have to come out, you have to go to TV. Say what you know about this thing. Whether your wife told you what happened and you were asking her question on that fateful day or two, that day you guys went to that his place. It's hard time. Nigeria need to wake up. The husband need to come out. He needs to come out and speak to Nigeria. And the women, you guys need to come out and protest against this immorality. It's not good. Things need to be changed. Nigeria, you see, women go to, let me say, yes, it's both sides, but on this matter, women go a lot on this. I know where I was doing supply in Afromedia. I'm Afromedia Lagos. I know one man that he's the one that is doing employment. He's a recruiter there. But before, if you're a woman, you come there that place, he must take you to hotel. If not, he won't take you. So so many men or so many organizations is this thing that they are doing, molesting and trying to. If you know how many girls because of this didn't get work today, so many places. Is it because we know Natasha because he's a prominent woman, he's a politician? Do you know how many that happen around you that you don't know? We need to change this thing. Women need to stand for their women. And men too will stand for them. We have to, Nigeria have to fight for some, things are happening. Things are happening. Politicians will be, doing things and getting away with it always. Because they have the power. Like you showed that young man, does he have any police on his side or DSS? But Nigeria, let's just common chairman, a local government chairman. You will see DSS by his side. You will see Agboros. You will see everybody. If you touch them, they will push you. They will punch you. But Nigeria own is different. It's quite different because of the stealing, because of the evil they are doing, because of the bad thing they are doing. It's too bad. Then let me go to Edo State. You see, I didn't say what they're doing there is not good, but for me, Nigeria have spoiled. Nigeria have come to, in a place that you will say, whoa. Yes, what they are saying, if they will fight it, it's right, but you're arresting them and paralyzing them. What does it got to do? If you did something like that, I don't know. Have you told these people, don't come out here no more? Don't do this. Provide work for Nigerians. Provide work. I know some people you provide that work, they won't do the work. They rather choose either hook up or stand on the street because they need quick money. They choose that one is quick money. But don't knowing that from that money you will enter 6 feet. How many of them have gone today? Nigerians, we have to get this right and keep Nigeria. If me, I'm just looking Nigeria. If they want to get it right, fine. If they don't want, fine. Niger Watch, thank you.
All right, Ogashimizi, thank you very much for coming in today to put your voice to this. I would like us to just move on now. Black Panther, my brother, good evening to you. It's good to have you on the show. I beg, talk to us.
Najawa, good evening. Can you hear me clearly?
Very clear, my brother. Good evening to you.
Good evening, and good evening to everyone. And I want to say good evening to Mommy Diaspora. May God bless you. And to all our commenters, our listeners, may God bless every one of us in Jesus' mighty name. I want to say today is a very good day. During the weekend, I'm very, very busy. I don't know how I put out this time to come in. I want to say to Chimeze, God bless you, sir, for putting that, for taking it straight. I call it shoot straight to the point. Thank you for being very objective and clear to everyone, your position and where you stand. Because this issue of sexual harassment, you cannot be on the fence. You either be on the left or you're on the right. Any man that come here to play politics with this, that man is not a man. It's just an ojolo. It's not a man. I want to say here today, you see, there's one thing I want to say. Nigeria is not a country. It is a nation, but not yet a country. that you can say, my beloved country, Nigeria. A nation is worth buying for, but Nigeria is not worth buying for. Understand me clearly. Don't come and tell me I'm wrong or right. To understand me very clearly. When you are a nation, that means me and you, we are contributing to the development of that nation, irrespective of our diversity. We have contributed in terms of the constitutional provision, in economically, physically. We are contributing, and that is where we are born. That is where our root is from. But in Nigeria, a name called Nigeria is not a nation. It's just a name that was given to us by those that are not indigenous origin, but they originated from that soil. That is why we say this Nigeria is not a country, but a nation is worth buying for, because it is where I am from. If there is no nation where I was born, then my history is gone forever. And no man born of a woman will love his history to be erased. No man. Yes, no man. I want to say today, I want to talk on that gentleman who I believe he has not stayed in Nigeria for long. I know his history now. He came all the way from US and he got back to SLAN. He had opportunity to go to the US and he came back. He had opportunity to go to the US when Nigeria was a little bit okay, and he doesn't know about politics of Nigeria. He had no clue about the politics. He had no clue about the history of Nigeria. What he know is what he has taken from the Western world. He has computed into his being and had no way in analyzing it to bring out a fine reform ideology for himself. That is who he is. I know him. I watch him. I watched his documentary. Others doing IT. He was not. I think he was not even an IT, but he developed that skill with his friend. They came back and start inculcating themselves into the corrupt nature, because every business in Nigeria is corrupt. If they want to challenge me, I'll bring the books. I'll bring the statistics and tell me how they fit into that statistics. Now, you see, when you are illiterate in terms of economics, I refuse to go and hold just the books of economic and study it hard. Ask questions, meet people, talk to them, rub minds of how develop our economics. How economics can be practicalized in a nation. How a nation can become prosperous. What are the fundamental pillars you need to put on the ground? He has not done that. He has sold a poison for this administration. And that is why you see the administration, look at what he said there. He said, if I know that I can buy spoon from Europe or somewhere in the world, why should I produce it? You see the transfer of this drunkard ideology these politicians have. They've already computed into this guy. You see, what he's thinking now is a capitalist ideal that he's thinking now. He has sold himself so deep into the Western capitalism, and he wants to inculcate AI as a means of productivity to make a country wealthy, which has not been proven. You see, all these guys coming up with IT development, make reference to India. Go to India. India produces the food they eat. India produces the spoon they use. India produces the toiletry. They produce their drink and they produce their vegetable they eat. And you are not telling us because IT is just part, is not even up to 30, 20 or 15% of the GDP growth in India, and you are not bringing it up as 90% to form your own country without no productivities. So you want us to leave our agricultural sector. You want us to leave our productive sector. You want us to jump into IT and start making a fool of ourselves. You must be coming from an illiterate part of economics. And that is why the lawyer will say, you are not learned, my brother. Go back to school and dust the book of economics and look at how economics works. And look at how productivity works in an economy. You cannot compete even in the IT sector with those that have started 50 years ago as an African. You are talking about the world. We are not talking about taking the world. We are talking about taking Africa. Development starts from home. We have a constituency to deal with. Nigeria can be the bedrock and the food basket of Africa if we are willing. And any country that wants to grow without its agricultural sector and manufacturing sector is down, that country will not survive the 21st century. Point blank. My brother, if you want us to speak, I will dust my book and let us come to reality and talk economics. Read practical economics. You cannot use AI to build any economy and sustain it. What you did and wrote to APC is what is ruining the economy of Africa all over. They believe in taking loans. They don't believe in developing the agricultural sector. You said one thing that, oh, they've gone. We don't have the infrastructure. Do we have transportation infrastructure? No. What is Lagos State doing? Are they not building infrastructure? Are they getting it right? Yes. So what are you saying? You have been proven wrong, my brother. You are just playing politics of deceitfulness. You are playing politics that will never work and will never bring any youth up. Rather, you bring them to continue in this using IT to corrupt the mindset of the youth. That is what you are speaking indirectly. You cannot forget your manufacturing industry. And you want AI to develop without the manufacturing sector, you are a bunch of lies, my brother. You cannot survive the 21st century with just focusing on IT. You got me right? So what Obi is saying is what is talking about the pillars, the economic pillars that will hold your country, and that is production. So if you want to say, if you want us to come into a forum, set up a forum, let us come into that forum and let us speak. Not come here to be practicing and telling us I want to be on this side. You are just doing yourself a disservice, because I know you have been used to write all the IT infrastructure in Lagos State. I know that is why you are there like this. If you can have the opportunity to write it for a party, then you have been used to to set up a lot of contracts in Nigeria. You are taking your piecemeal from the master's table. That is who you are. That is kind of generation they are talking about. A generation that won't speak about the ills of his society, but connive, aiding and abetting the destruction of his own nation. That is who you are, my brother. And that is kind of mentality you bought from the Western world. Let me move to Edo State. The Edo State are doing the right thing, but they can never sustain it. For you to sustain what you are doing today, you must promulgate a law to put your men there forever, so that when you have a court case, so that you can prosecute these people, you need to set up a foundation that will continuously fight against drug addiction. You need to put those pillars down, setting it up with a law. My brother, you are doing the right thing, but you are not doing it the right way. Now you have seen where a man will take a drug dealer into the house. He locked the door, you cannot have access to it. But if you had the law backing you, you would have access to it. Take them into it and sue them, take them to court, and make sure they are prosecuted. Simple. The state can do it. Are you not practicing federalism? The state has the right to prosecute. The state has the right to set up a law. The state has the right to constitute a prosecuting and men on uniform that will handle that sector, not men with tattered uniform. We have to do things right in a modernized way, whereby everything about you guys standing out there is covered by law. Now they don't set you as a tax force. When you breach one little thing, they take you to court, you lose money. Who is losing? The state? You have to, my brother, Edo State, you have to write a bill to the State House of Assembly to set up a law to make you people be part and parcel of the law in Edo State so that you can prosecute, you can arrest, and you can do things. The law is backing you. You have to write a bill. All of you there, the DG of different sectors, you have to write a bill that will make it a continuous process. Even when you are not there, your predecessor will continue with what you are doing. For them to cancel it, they have to go back to the House of Assembly to cancel it because it's brought up by law. That is how you run a country. That is how you run a state. You don't run a state like gangsters. You are doing the right thing, making sure that Edo State children does not get into being addicted to drugs. But you are not doing it the right way. You need to speak out with your pen. Write a bill. Let the state government look into the bill and present it to the State House of Assembly, where you can have the law will back you up. You will be well kitted. Not necessarily you must have a rifle, but well kitted. And you go against anybody that locked the door against you, you have the right, because the state has promulgated the law, you have the right to go in forcefully and take the criminals out. That is how to do it, and it will be sustained by the law you have sent, that the bill you have sent to the State House of Assembly. That is how to do it, my brother. You are doing a great job. Thumbs up to you, but you need to go far to send a bill to the House. As you know, the governor should look into the bill and look at how it can be passed. You people have the majority that you can pass bill that will make Edo State great and will survive the 21st century. I want to say also to Natasha, everybody hashtag, we stand with Natasha. Continue it, we stand with you, madam. Anybody that calls you a daughter, he's talking from his own personal point of view. But you are not daughter to anyone, but you are a daughter to your mother. You are a colleague to those that in the Senate. Your right cannot be subchanged. Fight for it. You deserve to fight for it because you have been sexually molested. And most of you, let me round this up. It is not all sexual harassment can be investigated in court, by police. It is not all sexual harassment can be investigated, but all sexual harassment can go to the court, and the court, the lawyers will interrogate both parties, and the judge will see to it and see who is guilty and not guilty. You have to go to the court to prove it with your own fact you brought. It is not all sexual harassment can be proven by investigation by the police. It is not all. Thank you, Niger Watch.
All right. Thank you, Black Panther, for that submission. I think that angle you came out from, I really do agree with you. Because although I didn't see it from that angle before, but that's why on this platform we all are learning from each others. Yes, I agree with you. They are doing a good job, Edo State and their people, but they must back it up with law. Yeah, that's true. Because according to what they were saying on that video, I didn't hear anything. If anything happened, they'll take them to court or whatever. Or maybe they already back it up with law. Who knows? But because they didn't talk about it doesn't mean they have not. But in case they have not, I think this is the best opportunity for them to quickly do that because during the time of them dragging them inside the car or whatever, if anything happened to those girls or those boys they are pushing inside the car, they can be sued. So they should pass through the appropriate channel to execute this whole assignment. Thank you, my brother, for that. Mr. Dua, it's good to have you on the show, sir. Good evening to you. I beg, talk to us, sir. 8 minutes.
Good evening, Mr. Najawash. Happy Sunday. Good evening, everyone in the panel. Good evening, the commenters, listeners, and viewers. Good evening, Mommy in Diaspora. Thank you very much. God bless you for all you have been doing. Thank you all. Well, for two purposes, I am here. The man that Shehu interview, who said, digital economy. The man sounds funny and laughable. Anyway, it is obvious that such people we claim educated. They go to America, they go to Oxford, they go to Cambridge, they go to that. So they know computers, as if their father were the one who dictates that the iron they used to, or the brass they used to manufacture computers. The guy will have told us the digital economy that he have created that now give in Nigeria, let me say one street or one lane, let me not even use street, one lane, food in their table that they are no longer hungry. That lane now they are very fed or satisfied in their food that they have. He said this president is doing practical, but despite it delay, automatically shows that such people are not learned, but they are ignorance of reality of life. Because those who talk English say, show me your friend and I will tell who you are. If anybody told me that he know theory, he know objective, I will tell him that is you did know nothing. Tell me you know practical. This, if you add 1 to 1, it become 2. No, show me the one that you are added. Because we have an engineer in Nigeria, but if you bring those things, machines that have fought for them to go through it, they will not even know the name of those things they are calling. Not to talk of fixing it. So he makes sure 2 things which get me upset is that all of them were saying they want to remove subsidy. So if they enter, they will have removed subsidy. Is that, and yes. Everybody said we want to remove subsidy because subsidy was not true. That is the reason said they want to remove subsidy. That shows that it was not true that they were subsidizing, just like the way Tinubu said, Buhari said, who is subsidizing who? So now, Mercedes, I know this boy or this man, whatever it might be, we know a motor or vehicle called Mercedes. And we also know that there is also more to call Kia or Toyota. What do they call this Toyota? It's not Venza. It ran in Nigeria 3, 4, 5 years ago. That vehicle tumble or have an accident anyhow. You cannot use it to compare Mercedes that is difficult to tumble. Talk of the speed you run in Mercedes, it will be very difficult for you to find Mercedes that gets somersaulted. But the two are vehicles. Those Kias that we just touch something, become like paper, it tear like paper. And this Mercedes or Volkswagen or Audi that we get something very strong. They are all vehicles, but they are not of the same quality. So when persons say, the other one is doing vehicle, me, I want to do also. But the system, the productions that one used to produce his vehicle, is that what you want to use to produce your own? It's what matter. So if I am a governor or president today, I said I want to remove subsidy. Yes, because I see it as a criminal way of them looting money. That's clear. As now, you that is looting this money, you will be jailed. That is the removal of the subsidy. because you are not doing those things which you claim you are doing. I say here that if I am a governor of a state, many people of my state will go to prison. If you give a contractor 10 naira to work and you come out and say it's 15 naira, you will be jailed for it, because what you give to that man is 10 naira. So the man had to do the work of 10 naira, and you now come and say 15 naira, you will tell us where the other 5 naira goes. So he just came out and said everybody want to remove subsidy. Another person have the mind of removing subsidy, enabling these Niger Delta boys that which you claim that they are doing illegal refinery, enable that their fuel to be sold in Nigeria, because they refine fuel. Since your refinery could not work, you enable those people to refine fuel for you. Instead of you now leaving the people that can do it in your house, you said you want to go and buy from outside the one that another person now refine and your own property. Is that not laughable? You have a person who can refine your fuel. You said, no, my brother, I will use rope and tie your hand backward. Then I will not take the fuel to ask that person to go and refine for me. It's just like my district people now. If you tell them to go and work, they say, no, we don't work. It is Hausa people we used to work. The Hausa is looking for money. You, the Edo man, is looking for money. But instead of you to do your work so that you have your money, you said, no, you are going to tie your hand backward. Then another man will come and do the work and collect your money. Then tomorrow you will say, we don't have money. We are hungry. Why won't you be hungry when you are lazy to yourself? The what you used to eat, you said you don't want to do it. So that man is very laughable for saying we don't need to produce spoon that we need to use since you can import from China. Is China not human being like you? You cannot compete with China. Are you doing competition or are you doing your production? What you need is to make sure that all those people that drive people out of their bush, put them underground cell. Person go to farm, another man went there, use the cow to eat the person farm. If he talk, he use whatever to make sure the man no longer alive. You put those people out with their cow, you put them in underground cell. The one that want to go and farm, send them to farm and see if we will not be more than the China. Are you happy to eat a cake or whatever, something they used to do the food and bring for you? Did you even know if it, when they called for rice, did you even know if it is rice? Those things that they embalm and bring some, you will see some fish. Before you know it, we met like whatever you, and the fish you bring from your river, is it the same thing? Your river have fish. Why can't you do it better and make sure you give the fish food for them to eat and produce well? You said you have a veterinary doctor. What are they learning? Is it you have a Greek student? What do they study? So people just came out. Oh, I'm sorry that anyway, because when people talk English, they say, he's well educated. He went to Cambridge. He went to Oxford. Show me your friend. I will tell you, the white man that give you his language did not want you to go forward. That is why it doesn't give you the practical. He always give you a language and tell you, after you have know his language, it give you one paper, he say you are a graduate. Go to your farm, produce your yam. That is why in Edo, we used to say these things that our people doesn't care about government work, because what you need to survive in life with was coming back from your backyard, from your farm. You eat, you need yam, you need gari, you need cocoyam, you need plantain, whatever you sustain on, even if it is palm wine you need, all came out from your backyard. But today, we are now hoping for China to bring it from their country to us. Are China not human being like us? So, you see that it's fortunate, it's a pity when the pity man fall into a pit, has no one to pity him. And tomorrow, this kind of person, they will make him a senior president. Or even if it is not become the next chairman, next thing will become the vice president or his president himself. With this kind of ignorance mentality that is putting forward before people, and say Peter Obi did not have the practical of a digital economy. We don't need digital economy. We need practical local economy so that we can eat our local food. So that is for one of his mentality, that we don't have the capacity to produce. We need tractor. If we buy tractor, we have 36 states. Let us say 66 in every state. The other year, the world cannot even compare food to Nigeria. Because we have the land, we don't even need fertilizer before our food produced. Just tractor, this in every state. You will see food that we will supply the whole world. With the land is there, God has blessed us with it. So that is for that. Then for the second one is that, you see, the other day when people are talking of about this Akpoti and Akpabio, here we talk about our marriage. When the other time I told people that it's not just those physical, that is not just that ceremony we do outside that is marriage, that we have the main marriage inside house. If it is the time that our people used to practice such thing, for that woman, for Akpabio to hold that woman's hand and say, come and make me happy. And your husband was even questioning you. What did the man say? You were lying to the man. Automatically, you have committed adultery. That's what they call awa in our land. You have committed adultery. Second, for you even lying to your husband. First time, second time. That means automatically you are giving your consent to it. So if not because he now restrict you from not talking, you will have not tell your husband that this man we are putting awa in your body. That's it. I did not say that. I did not. I know that this is what all Nigeria. That is why the other time I still said it before even she said of university. I said that's what lecturer did. That is what they did in bank. That is what they do in all the positions that you are going to apply for job. That is why when a man go for job, he doesn't have it in Nigeria. Except a female go there. Even the female is not qualified, but they just look at your front and look at your back. They say you are qualified. So these are things that people face, and that is why you see all these ladies. They will not come out and talk because all of them are not even happy enjoying those things as calling it as favor. So if not, if 500 Nigeria lady came out or come out, or they came out, they'll come out to talk, you will see that 498 have gone through this sexual abuse or whatever you people call it. Especially those ones who are in those offices, they have gone through those places. Are you going to talk of bank setup? That is the worst. Even this lawyer, before you become, okay, is it not a lady who even cried out in the military? Said, are you going to talk of the police? So they are all going through this same abuse, and that is where no man will want to stop for them, because all the men are the one taking those advantage and seeing it as a way of living. But when we be practicing our traditions, practicing what we call forbidding, if you try it, you will see the disgrace. Nobody will tell you come and go to court. When people will give you a dirty slap, that is the highest court you need to see to have. When you not pay fine, tomorrow you don't want to try to another person, another man's wife. But it's unfortunately that when we now bring something like that, we say, no, the court have not said this, and the court have not said that. Because it's not even what we now, another man way of life is what we now value more than our own respect. And tomorrow we say there is no dignity. How will there be dignity when we sell our best right to another man way of living? So that is it. So as a woman, whenever something like that happened to you, as your husband, as you will have just said to your husband, this is what this man said, then you will have wait if your husband will confront him, or we did not confront him, but you refuse you lie to your husband. So thank you, Mr. Najawash. Thank you.
Yeah, at least Natasha told her husband, not every woman will open up to their husband the way Natasha did. So women will keep it and keep it secret for themselves. You know. Thank you very much, Mr. Dua. God bless you, sir. Thank you. Mr. Jonathan, thank you very much for joining this broadcast. Good evening to you, sir. I beg, talk to us.
Mr. Elvis, good evening. Good evening, day in Nigeria. I greet you. God bless you. I want to greet all my fellow panelists. I'm Mommy Diaspora. I greet you, man. Thank you for giving me the opportunity
thank you, sir,
to get into the platform. God will continue to bless you abundantly, man. I greet all the commenters and all the callers. I greet everyone. Happy Sunday and welcome. I was listening to the broadcast, because I just finished watching my soccer game, though my team was knocked out of the FA Cup today. And I was listening, enjoying Naija Watch broadcast on the sideline. And I really wanted to do so today until Black Panther came in. And when Black Panther was talking, I felt that I need to be part of this broadcast. I need to put my voice out there. I need to support everything he said. I felt that I need to support the panelists today, not just about supporting just or being on the same line for the sake of it, but because they said the truth. They said the fact. So I felt that they should not be the lone voice out there. So I decided to join, and I give thanks to Mommy Diaspora for allowing me to be here today. I'm very grateful. You see, that guy that Sheun interview, because that's when I was listening to him, I was just laughing. I was watching soccer, but I was just laughing. I knew this guy was just, I want to beg, because there is no any other words to describe him. There is no any positive way you want to describe the guy. Wherever he is right now, whether he's listening or people that know him directly or in somehow, they will get this to him so that his brain, please, let's come down to our local language. Let's speak to ourselves so that his brain will be correct. So that his brain will be correct. Today, I saw an outstanding educated illiterate, an outstanding one, educated illiterate. Today, I listened, I heard a complete ignoramus. Any other words, if I go further, will run contrary to the rules of this platform. This guy is an educated illiterate. It's a complete ignorance. Ignorant. I thank God, the speaker, one of the speakers, I believe Black Panther, you stated it all. See this IT thing that they are parading. Nigeria is taking it too far. Stupidity taking too far. Ignorance taking too far. Is this thing, this information technology? Are you kidding me now? If first of all he called himself an entrepreneur, please come out. Which area, which industry are you invested in? Let's know. Where? Is it IT? Are you an employer of labor? I can't understand this guy. He says he's an entrepreneur. Are you going to tell me in 21st century postmodernism that IT can run in a vacuum? That IT can run in an empty vessel? Is that how it works? And she started using, to tell you that how ignorant this guy is. He's using India. He's using one of the industrialists in India who invested over $2 billion in a IT product that is now generating multi returns to him. He's using that. How do you want to compare Indian industrialization with that of Nigeria? IT cannot work in a vacuum. IT cannot work in an empty vessel. To say how illiterate he is, how educated illiterate he is, he said you can always buy everything. How can it? Which economy theory is he talking about? Where does he get it from? If you're an IT guy, stay on your line and don't come here and start spilling out stupidity. Stupid economy theories that cannot find face anywhere in the world. You don't have to produce anything, so you can just import everything into the country and then use IT to back it up.
So you are the only person. The best you will get in that scenario, Mr. What your name? Aboyeji. Mr. The best you will get in that scenario, if you don't know, all the experts in Nigeria, they will be taken away. If somebody comes out today with an IT product, the best of them in Nigeria, that the Nigeria industry cannot support it, who will grab the person? If not those that have the industry that will support the IT. That is why our best, the best of best that we have, they will be taken away. That's it. End of story. Nigeria produced the best IT brain today. The best. I'm not even talking two. One, the best in the entire universe today. It comes out of Nigeria today. No industry to back it up. No industrialization. No nothing. It will eventually leave Nigeria to those countries that have industrialization. End of story. Period. Mr. Aboyeji. So get that into your head.
Thank you, Mr. Jonathan. God bless you, sir.
Just get that straight into your head. Nigeria will have no benefit out of it at all. It is the industry in the country that will support any IT product, any IT invention or technology, whatever you want to call it. Where do you get that from? You can buy everything. You can just buy everything in. So where will the money, the foreign currency that you will now use to support businesses in Nigeria and to grow the economy? How will Nigeria pay our bills when there is no foreign currency coming in? So we just have to take the ones that we have, just send it to other countries, and then IT will back it up. I think they should just delete. In fact, shame on October. You should delete this video from your archive. Delete it. Because don't let people put you in the same basket. If not for the fact that you have been known to be you have been known in the space. In fact, I won't mind to put you in the same basket with him. But the fact that you have been known in the space, because just delete this kind of video, delete it from your archives. What a rubbish! And these are the things they are spreading all across Nigeria. All they do is just to get contracts, use the IT thing, sell it to government, use one, as they call it in Nigeria, use the leg that you have, the connection or the network that you have, get one IT contract, make your own money and walk away. I've never seen such an educated illiterate in my life, such an ignoramus in my life. I've never seen that. So the entire Nigeria economy can run on IT, and that IT can give Nigeria the entire foreign exchange that Nigeria needs as a country. Even India that you are citing, even India. Where do you want to start from? You want to compare India industrialization with Nigeria? Nigeria is not even close. I don't understand this guy. We need to people like this we need to speak to their head. He has a small brain, very small brain, and he called himself an entrepreneur. I won't spend my time to research on this guy. It will be a waste of my time.
Oga Jonathan.
I won't. Yes.
I beg. Mogu tell Naija Watch make he send a letter to Sheung. Make Sheung delete that guy from in podcast, because that is an illiterate speaking, the highest in the world.
It's so stupid. We're talking about okay. How many? So everybody in Nigeria will have to, one way or the other, go to school to study IT. The 150 million. Let's even that number might even be too big. The 75 million workforce, 75 million Nigerians, the labor workforce in Nigeria. All of them will have to do something. What happens to other industry? What will you use to power? So if you invent your IT, which industry? If you invent IT on agriculture sector, and then Nigeria is doing nothing on agriculture,
You have to take your IT and go and sell it to countries that have agri industrialization. You have to go and compete with them. Common sense, simple common sense. The irony of it all was when he said, I laughed when he said, we don't have to produce anything. We can be buying everything and then bring everything to Nigeria. Mr. Elvis, that's my mission today. That's what brought me to the broadcast today, to support my fellow panelists here on this one, to put it out there that people like this should not be given space. They should not mislead Nigerians, especially the younger ones. They should not do that. And the Nigerian government should not allow people like this. So if these are the people that the government is listening to, then we have problem. We have a big problem in Nigeria. And that is why everything they have been doing is not working. Because you are only listening to mediocres. You are only listening to people that have their interests only at heart, not the interests of Nigeria or Nigerians and Nigeria as a country. They don't have the interest. They just want to make their money, get 1-2 contracts here and there, 5, 10, 15 billion naira, whatever they can scoop out of Nigeria during the tenure of the government that they are supporting. Whatever they can scoop out of it, let me milk my own. Let me scoop my own out of it. And that's it. And then they move on. Is this how we are going to continue as a country? Is this how we are going to continue to develop as a country? IT in a vacuum. IT in an empty vessel. Can IT work in vacuum? Can IT succeed in a vacuum? Without a strong industrial base, can IT, who are you going to sell the product to? Who are the businesses you are going to sell the product to? So you develop it in Nigeria to go and sell it to other countries, Abi. So they are dumped there. They don't have their own IT people there. They can't develop anything. You have to go there and compete. You have to go there and compete. The best of the best that will happen is that they will ship you away with money, because there are no business that will buy your products here. There are no businesses in Nigeria. And the people that will offer you the dollar, you will go there. So what is the benefit for Nigeria there? Zero, nada, nothing. It is only the individual that will benefit, you, because you have the brain. That's all. Not Nigeria as a country. What are we talking about here? Please, this guy should be taught a real lesson. Mr. Elvis, I just want to say this, and on all the other topic that I want to talk about, that I again compel me to come again to support my brother on the Edo State issue. This guy who is seems to be doing a good work. In fact, thank you for that idea, and I believe that suggestion will be taken. That suggestion will be taken. They need to go to the state assembly. Go and sit down with your principal, the governor. If you are listening, if people are listening, all these things you are doing it the Agbero way. You are doing it the Agbero style. You are doing it the brigade style. Go and speak with your principal, the governor. As a matter of urgency, put a law on the floor of your house. Make a law. Empower you. You don't have to be or everything that you've done now. I can tell you in 6 months to a year, it will be nothing. It will amount to nothing. And then it is also open to the fact that successive government can come and rubbish it. The only way you can make it, you said it's going to be sustained. You are going to be there forever. How? It's not going to happen. You are not talking to, it's not everybody that is stupid. You can't sustain it. All these ones you are doing is Agbero style. It is only the law that will back you up. It is only the law that will make it practically impossible for successive government to come and throw that work away. They can't throw it away. It becomes a law. And you cannot throw what is good away. It's not easy like that. Because it's a good thing. If the law is well crafted. then success, you will know that. In fact, you can run on that. Even if when you are out of government, you can be saying that you started this and it is still there. But if you do it your Agbero way now and you go away, and the people you are talking about that they will be on the street for 24 hours, how? Without the enabling law, where will the resources come to pay them, to sustain them? So we know that it's not workable. What you are saying is a lie. Simply put, is a lie. It's not going to work. It's just showmanship. You are just creating a show. To get started, get a law. Get a law to back everything you are doing, your own state law to back it up. Then we will know not only the fact that you are doing something good now, we will know that everything you are doing will also stand the test of time with successive government coming in. Whether they are your political party or not, it will stand the test of time. That should be your objective. That should be your goal. Mr. Elvis, I leave it there. Thank you very much, and thanks to all the panelists as well.
All right, Mr. Jonathan, thank you, sir. I was just waiting for you to round up yourself, like I did with others. Yes, I like the way you guys handled that particular guy. You know, Madam Deborah handled him very well from the beginning. You just come in blabbing, saying rubbish. I don't even know why she don't have to, give that kind of person an audience to come speak. But what do I know? I can't tell people how to run the platform. But thank you all for handling that. That's one thing about Nigeria. Whatever we present here, don't worry. Or even though you join our panel, you come here to spill rubbish. People are here to handle you. Thank you, my people. We've done our part today. We're just going to have our 2 minutes this time monitored so that we can round up. We're already 3 hours. Let me quickly just run to Black Panther, Gashimize. Gashimize, if you're still with all your 2 minutes, final submission.
All right, Niger Watch, thank you so much. Yes, I want to beg Nigeria. I want to beg them, please. They should stop taking money. Even if the hunger is killing you, there's something that you use the money to buy, and it will hook you on your throat. If you guys can stop taking money, taking money from all these politicians, maybe it's when something came out, they call you guys, come and protest, giving you peanuts. I think from that place we'll be solving some problem that we are having in Nigeria. Believe me, because they know that when anything come out, when something come out, we will go to these people, we'll give them money, then they will protest for us. Because Nigerian government or whoever politicians know that they have their own people that will protest for their interests. That's the reason why Nigeria keep going in the wrong direction always. If we can say no to them, like this Natasha problem, incident or saga, you don't supposed to go and take money, because I know they paid you guys to come and do that. I beg you guys, everybody, both men and women, both young and old. The same thing during the election. They will pay you guys, you come out and protest against people that want better Nigeria. To say then, what are we doing? Where are we fighting? You ask yourself, how are we going to get it right? When some people are fighting for better Nigeria, some people are against for better Nigeria. Then, how are we going to get there? That means it's difficult. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be hard. Because some people are taking money from politicians, and some people say no. Someone like Elvis will say no. To hell with your money. But some people will say, come and give me the money. I'm hungry. It's true. I don't know. But You know, the issue of that young guy, whatever, you know, Peter Obi have been what he is. They want to castigate him. They want to even all his ideology, his belief. They want to come out and rubbish him and say one thing or the other. Oh, we see you. The one they say, we see you in a business class. All those stuff. You know, those things doesn't make sense. Someone can say something and tomorrow it can be there. It can be on that business class. And you see, Peter Obi have his own way. Everybody have his own way to govern. You don't expect the way this guy is governing now, that's where Peter Obi going to govern Nigeria. It's something like how Mr. Elvis do on his platform. It's not the way other people do on their own platform. Mr. Elvis has his own way to manage his platform. But the same thing in government. So I don't see the reason why we will start castigating somebody or since after election, how many millions of them have come out and still castigating and still doing all manner of things. They should stop. Let us wait. If Nigeria is going to get it right, as we always say, 2027, if the reform will be happen, if the INEC chairman will be changed, if everything will be changed, then we have a peaceful and election in 2027. Watch. I thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Ogashi. God bless you, sir. Thank you very much for joining us today. It's good to hear from you. Okay, Black Panther, my brother, if you're there, your 2 minutes.
Thank you very much. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much for giving us this opportunity once again to hear out our view. And we have spoken. I thank Mr. Jonathan for expatiating on the illiteracy of one of our brothers who is politically confused and monetarily confused. He doesn't know how to do it because he might be lost in the wilderness of historical antecedents. That is what I think is obstructing his mental capacity to speak on economic terms concerning nations. I would say he should go back to school, go back to Harvard University and learn how a developing nation became the first world war, became a developed nation. You should go back and study the Chinese tigers economy, and you should also go back and study how Taiwan, the Taipei guys, and other nations, how they grew and became what they are today. So his ideology is corrupted. You should go put it in a trash can and throw it in the wilderness of where there's nobody there. I want to say here that Natasha Akpoti, we are with you. Continue it. We know you will win that case if the right judge is on seat. So I thank his husband too for standing uprightly for the wife, because he is a witness to this molestation. He is a witness and he has heard it and he has seen it. So the Senate president will not say he did not hold his wife on hand because he saw it. He was there. So he's a prime witness to this case. And I want to advise the prime minister, the speaker, the president of the Senate, the wife, he should go and withdraw his ignorance of the law that he brought forward to the court. He should go ahead and withdraw it. If not, the law will make no sense of his ignorance. So therefore, Niger Watch, may God bless you. Thank you for coming out today. It's not easy. May God come to strengthen you and keep you in good health. And to other people out there, please, hashtag our man that had that podcast, he should go and delete that guy from his podcast, because that does not speak well of the standard he's trying to place in his podcast. Thank you very much, and God bless everyone.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Thank you, Black Panther. I appreciate you. Big event to that on YouTube. Maybe we hear from our guy, Mr. Odua. I beg.
Thank you, Mr. Najawosh. Thank you. Well, as one of John way in my community, my area used to say, meaning others as a community, as you people say, so I said. Well, in other hand, Natasha Akpoti, I support your actions and your because you are well concerned. Not that ignorant woman who said that it is old people that are supposed to be a senator. Because such people are the one that led the country astray. I do not know the position that woman that have hold. Such people might have been a retired teacher who lead children out of real education. So that is why we come out and said it is old people who they thought they saw it up. It is the old people that saw it all that led Nigeria into a pothole that we are today. Because when they were young, that was when they were looking for freedom from the white people and said, no, we want to lead ourselves. But when they now become old, instead of leaving the country for the young to take over, they are now putting their old mentality, thinking that you need to push timber through the Mediterranean before you can get to Europe. They don't even realize that it's no longer a wooden canoe you use or using the timber as canoe to push it before you get to Europe. That you are now using iron to construct a ship, or you are now using fiber making aeroplane to fly that cannot carry whatever equipment you need, fly it through the air and land in the other side of the world. So it's unfortunately that what we are having in Nigeria as humans, even dog even know how to reason more than them, or monkey know how to reason more than them. Because if they are reasoning as human, they will have been seeing those things they watch in television that is happening in other countries, that it is reality. It is not pharmaceutical. So they will have been looking for people who can do the practical in their own country to be in the position to do the practical for them. Because I wonder these people who travel to other countries and see the beautiful environment, the way everywhere is well, neat and rich and living in the good condition, but when they come to Nigeria or return to Nigeria, they want people to live in a slum. So, or don't want to see good things happen in the land. Having the food, but you don't want to cook. Want others to cook before you can eat. It pains me. It pains me to the bone. So, unfortunately, such people, I don't see them as human beings. So that is what I have to say. That I thank you, Natasha Akpoti. All you have been doing is good. But when something like this happens to you, now begin to advise people to tell their husband on time. They should not have any whatever to defend the error that happened to them. Say it to your husband and now see the action of your husband. So that is what I will advise all the women. And I thank that woman they have that came to Arise News, the Arise TV, Arise something like that. So that woman really gladdened my heart. That all your women to support that woman, not like the woman we are saying, Natasha is my daughter, a senator, retiers, whatever they call her, KGB. So those kind of people just go to Senate. They doesn't know their duty. You did not go to Senate because you are a woman. You go to Senate because you are elected to serve your people. So know that is your duty, and no man can intimidate you because the way you were elected, so other person were elected from his own state. So you all are equal before that law and before your people. So that is what I have to tell people. Know your duty and do it well. Never you limit yourself to say, I am a woman, or because they give you money, or you can no longer talk. You don't need to go and seek from a office of what you need to bring to public. Don't go to office and be seeking for it. Say it in public and let the action that's supposed to follow there. Because what Reti KGB told us, that when the thing arises, if you now go to Akpabio office to go and ask for it, that one have shown you illegality, corrupt practice that she even put before the people. And she was elected in a labor, just one hand. Automatically, you people that value labor should now see that Labour Party is not even anything. So it's full of illegality. Well, nevertheless, what I have to say, what did I know? So thank you, Mr. Naija Wash. Thank you. Thank you, that woman that come to harass TV News. So I thank you. God bless you. We need such people like you.
Okay.
Thank you all. Thank you. Goodness.
Thank you, Mr. Dua. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. God bless you. Before I will round up, because I just have this update here coming from Senator Shinapela. Many of you know Shinapela, just a senator, honorable, representing, I'd rather say he's a rep rather than senator. Yes, he's a rep. And he's also the owner of Culos, one of the biggest club, if not the biggest club in Lagos. So we have this to say concerning Natasha, although stylishly.
Course, about the embattled, female senator, Senator Natasha. I'm not going to be talking, about the allegations. I wasn't there, and so I should be less concerned about, our encounter with the Senate president. What I'm focused on is the system, our system as Nigerian system. We have a great country. It's very unfortunate that we found ourselves, in this situation where our resources has failed to translate to results. And I've always said this: you cannot keep fighting the present system to create change. To create change, you have to create, a new model, and make the present one obsolete. Whether we like it or not, this is the time to create more of the good politicians than the bad politicians. And I'm telling you today that Senator Natasha is a good politician. She's accountable. And she has proven it, even when she was the chairman of Senate Committee on local content. The clerk approached her when she got money in the account that the money should be shared, because that was the norm in the Nigerian political system. She resisted. She didn't share money. She even, when she left the committee, she left more money than she met, in the committee. I love her political sagacity. I love her political doggedness. During the time that she had an encounter with the former governor of Kogi State, Akpabio, Governor Akpabio tried to silence her to the extent that the road leading to her federal constituencies was cut. This lady fought. She contested an election as a senator. She won the election. The election was rigged. Any other person would have given up. She went to the court to reclaim her mandate. So now she's complaining of victimization. Honestly, I think that Senator Natasha, as a woman, must be protected. This is the time that every patriotic Nigerian, should support her. They should protect her.
All right, that's Shinapela. It don't win so many of our Nigerian hearts, including my own, because this is, listen, guys, this matter, a very serious one to someone like me. Yes, because what is wrong is wrong. So see someone like Shinapela coming out now to speak truth to power, to support Natasha against the act of the satanic act, allegedly, there's even could add that one journal of the Senate President Akpabio. Shinapela, you just win me to your side today. Thank you very much for doing that. I thought I should bring this in. I don't know if anybody want to say something on this just for 1 minute before I press the button.
Yes, Mr. Elvis. Mr. Elvis, this guy, I don't know the guy. I don't think I can. I don't know this guy. The video you've just showed now, but you can see how, how tricky Nigerians can be. If you want to speak, speak. If you want to be on his side, you want to support. If you don't want to, come out plainly. Don't be, going around the circle. I wasn't there. That is what I got from. I wasn't there. So it has gotten to that now. So when any woman in Nigeria now, the Nigerian space now, comes out and say, I've been abused, I've been harassed, in fact, I've been raped. So it is okay for us to just say, I wasn't there, so I cannot conclude. So we should just see, we like to deceive ourselves. All he's trying to do, they like to be on both sides. They don't want to anger anybody. I don't know the guy, he still want to be friend with he still want to be the friend of everybody. I wasn't there.
No. What happened there, for me, what I think that is, he displayed on that particular video is that It came out. If you watch that video properly, Mr. Jonathan, you can see that 100% is the support of Natasha. And he don't want to mention your name and he's not interested. He don't want to create problem. He didn't mention, he didn't read any kind of encouragement or praises on Senate President. He came in here, I wasn't there, fine. But my statement from beginning to the end, you should know where my body language stands. That's why he displayed there.
We don't need such ambiguity, Mr. Elvis. You have to be
No,
clear.
Oga Jonathan, there's one point you should know too. The case is already in court, and it just got to be it just had to pronounce in such a way that people should read his tongue while he's speaking.
Okay, if that is the case, well, fine. But the idea that that statement, that singular word or phrase, "I wasn't there," is kind of because when a woman, see, the problem we have in Nigeria is that the same Nigerian women that are clamoring for respect for women are the same Nigerian women now that came out and supporting this. The same women that are always seeking for respect, they are the same women decimating themselves. They are the same. It's not different. I just hope that women, even on this platform today, is so surprising. I didn't see any of our women coming out. Maybe a caller. I really want to hear them. You have to come out. If you are a woman, you have been supporting women, and you know that this is wrong. Please, you need to speak out. You need to speak out here. Because now, if a man, just turn the table around. Let's just do an hypothetical scenario that it is men that are now saying that no, it didn't happen. That woman was just lying. The entire space will have been filled up with women. You think they are fighting? It will be in fight. Literally, they will be fighting. They will go after the men. When men are speaking on issues pertaining to women, you have to be careful. You have to choose your words carefully because they will come after you. Now it is their own people, women, decimating and denigrating women. At a very minimum, you keep your mouth shut. No matter how much money you are paid, no matter what, you keep your mouth shut because you are a woman. All of you are women. You have daughters. You have sisters. All we can now say when it happens to anyone that is close to you is that, you know what? We don't know. How can we be sure? Well, how are we sure that you are telling us the truth? Is that the line you want us to now start treading? Is that how you want us to now start handling issues like this? Nigeria is a funny country. It's a funny country. In a normal country, even this one, the Senate president.
Can I say something?
All right.
Yes.
Quickly.
Yeah. Let me give you an example, nice scenario that happened in America. The governor of New York, the person of Honorable Cuomo.
Yeah.
He hugged a woman without not having clearance from her. And they left this issue for more than 6 years. The issue now came up when he had disagreement with some officials and some government parastatals. The women rose up and the men, and the party said he got to resign. And he was forcefully by the party to step down as the governor of New York. So the women have a greater role to play. That was why I told Madam Rita that the women has to be united within themselves, because the main issue during the fight against this kind of problem will be that the women, if they are not intact, they will revoke against our own movement that is supporting them. And that is what is playing the ground now. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. We've come to the end of the broadcast right now. I appreciate every one of you, my people. Now God bless you now. Thank you so much, Black Panther Oga Shimize, Thank you, Mr. Odua, Mr. Jonathan. God bless you all. Tomorrow we can extensively discuss this properly. Remember, tomorrow we have a court case in court. We have a court case concerning Edo State tribunal, governorship tribunal petition. So we'll be giving you guys update. Fingers crossed by God's grace tomorrow. And yeah,
tomorrow is the final judgment.
It might not. I don't know, but there's an update. But you know, Nigeria, these people are very, very unpredictable. But let's see what happens, because everything has been submitted, everything is done. So tomorrow judgment will be passed. But let's see what happens. But nevertheless, I appreciate every one of you. Now God bless you now. Everybody that's given the submission today.
Mr. Ivis, sorry. I don't want to, sorry, Mr. Ivis, I don't want to preempt them. We wait till tomorrow. But before now, my thinking was that the judiciary will do the right thing. Maybe judgment will go in favor of PDP. But based on what I saw in Rivers State on Friday, Supreme Court, Nigeria, I don't know. But let's
not be say Nigeria, I don't know. Now APC go win the case. Forget all this Nigeria. Now APC go win now. This one now do or die.
Anyway, let's see how it goes. We're there here to report what we see. It's our job to do that for you guys. So we're saying it how it is, reporting it how it is, how we see them. We know the add join, we know the remove. We always add comedy to it when we are presenting it. That's all. I appreciate you, people. Thank you so much for your time. And those of you that called into the show today, thank you so much. Madam Deborah, Oga Simon, and many others that called in. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much for those of you that supported the channel today. Peter Ife, thank you very much. I'm very, very grateful once again. Peggy Modi, thank you very much, man. Very, very grateful. God bless you. God bless every one of you right there. My mother of all Mommy Diaspora, thank you very much, Mommy. I appreciate you always for all that you do. Thank you, my wonderful people right there. Peggy Modi once again. In case you could, my brother, you're just coming. In fact, in case you could, you late come work, come show today. You have fined 1,000 naira. No, not 1,000 naira. You have fined. I bet Lapata, they call that drink where we can they drink. And that one go find in case you could.
Saint Mary Kulion Martins.
They also that drink at 10 million naira.
$100,000.
Okay, $100,000 in case you could.
Yes, sir.
And that one you go. And that one in case you go pay. You know, can also comments. Maybe commercial. I'm not going to see them. Anyway, thank you very much, my people. I appreciate every one of you. Appreciate Divine Cross. Thank you so much for always being there. God bless you. Eva Line, thank you once again. Thank you, my wonderful people. Kiss the here, Victor, can see you right there as well. Oh, yeah, that's more. Stella Masevedo, thank you very much, man. God bless you. Appreciate you. Thank you, everyone right there. Henry, thank you. I appreciate you all. We've come to the end of the broadcast right now. I need to round up. Now God bless all my people. Join us by 7 p.m. tomorrow. Let's continue from where we stop. We are only here if it's your first time coming to this channel, coming across this channel, and you're wondering what we do here. We are here using our channel to call out the government to do the right thing, to talk about daily politics, what is happening to us, to you and I in our country. As you and I know that Nigeria is not working. We don't need to pretend about it. You know, so that's why we call them out to do the right thing. We don't fight, we don't lie, we say things how it is here. Everything that we talk about here, we'll always present you the third party where it's coming from, or rather the primary source where it's coming from. So if you know this is the kind of channel that you're looking for, you're in the right place. Subscribe to our channel, hit the notification bell so that you can join us here every day, 7 p.m. Nigerian time, 365 days in a year. We are here. And randomly during the day, we do put on 1 or 2 videos if there's something, if it what or warrant it. But that's why the notification bell is very, very important so that you know you don't miss out. And for those of you trying to reach out to me, I would like to quickly address this. Some of you have complained. In fact, so many of you have complained. You try to reach out to me. I don't pick your call. I don't reply message. I don't do this. I beg no face. Always forgive me every day. If I beg for forgiveness today, tomorrow I go do another one. So always forgive me every day. It's not too easy for me at all. doing this every blessed day is not easy for me. And also remember that this is not the only thing that I do. So walking around the clock, sometimes you even need to pity for me. So I pity for myself sometimes. It's not easy. So for me to end up broadcast like this and not start talking on the phone privately again with people, it's not, God, it's one of the things I run away from. I'm so sorry. Except, say, get where you take cash me. But I don't want to end broadcast and I'll come and be talking on the phone, spend 20 minutes with this, spend 10 minutes with this, spend I don't be Tinubu advisor. I'm just a human being. Because of they pretend they laugh, they smile. Not me say we're not tired. We're tired now. We're just human beings. So always understand with us that it's not too easy like that. We are not disrespectfully ignoring your calls, your message, your emails, or whatever. Always know that, yes, sometimes we see what you sent, but to reply, it's not too easy like that. But yeah, always draw my attention to it. You can draw my attention to it on air. Say, Mr. Naija Watch or Naija Watch or Mr. Elvis or Elvis, I write to you, you never reply me. Sometimes that particular time I might just, okay, as I end this show, now I will sort out your own today. So also to the manager ourselves for my people. It's not too easy like that too. I agree to that. And God, I go bless our people. Yes, we've come to the end of the broadcast. Allow me to end the show right now. I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Good night and bye for now.
Very contractor, Ajerobia, Pia one them. Ajer contractor, Mushimano, where Hanyu. Get the bansa, get the bansa, get the bansa, you come on and let you. Get the bansa.